So welcome back to Orchid House. I'm Olivier in Fort Lauderdale, which is very cold today, January 1st, 2026. Once again, Happy New Year, second part of the video, where I want to talk about orchid resilience, but more specifically about temperatures. This is not what you used to see. Usually there's plants everywhere. We have 3 nights in a row with temperatures. The official reading in Fort Lauderdale is around 45, 46 Fahrenheit. In my backyard it's a little closer to 50, which is a big difference. In terms of Celsius, you're looking at 6, 7 degrees Celsius and maybe 9 in my backyard. 3 nights in a row, that's very rare for us. And daytime temperatures are going to be below 20 Celsius or below 65 Fahrenheit. That again is not usual for us. So orchids are resilient. So the likelihood is that very few of these orchids would die if I left them outside. But I don't mind the extra work, and I'm a very protective daddy. So I prefer them inside, because even if they don't die, many of these orchids might be set back quite a bit. Now you have to learn your orchids, and I have a lot of species, so that's when it comes to species, usually it's very easy to figure out their resistance to low temperatures. If you have a hybrid, usually you have a gene pool that's going to make them a little bit more resistant. Now, what I did here is overkill. Now, first of all, this is an opportunity. I'm going to be able to re-shellac this. So whenever you have something like this, lots of plants indoors, well, you have an opportunity to do some sprucing up, which is not a bad thing. Second of all, so this happens when we have hurricanes and everything goes inside, and then cold nights. Again, those are not very common. We have years when not a single night goes below 50 Fahrenheit or 10 Celsius, and so 3 nights in a row here is not very welcome. So for instance, this is a Maxillaria marginata that can take cold temperatures. My Cattleya walkeriana will actually welcome cold temperatures. This is maybe an unusual site in this case, but some Vandas will be able to withstand like 45 Fahrenheit for a few hours, as long as the temperatures during the daytime go back to something that's acceptable, which is again it's going to be like 65 Fahrenheit today, and as long as they are completely dry, I do not water them. This is a primary hybrid between tessellata and cerulescens, and both these Vandas can take a few hours of cold temperature, so that's why it stayed outside. This is usually covered with Cattleyas. A bunch of them are there. The Cattleyas, for the most part, should be able to take these temperatures. There's one exception, Violacea. That one is extremely intolerant of cold temperatures, so my 2 Violaceas go straight inside, and the empty Stoglassa don't like it either, so even if they're probably gonna be fine, I don't take chances. Other plants that I will never leave outdoors by cold nights, even 55 Fahrenheit, like 13 Celsius, are all my Paraphyllinopsis. They grow in Borneo in an ultra-tropical environment. Those could die. I mean, that's like 45 or 47 Fahrenheit, that's extremely dangerous. My Dimorphorchis, uncommon plants, but also extremely intolerant of cold temperatures. When it comes to the Vandas, anything that's sanderiana, I don't have a sanderiana species, but I have a few hybrids that have a sanderiana in the background. That one is extremely intolerant of cold. Goes inside. Tessellata is the same thing. So you have to really know your plants. I mean, those really have to go indoors. Besides that, there's a bunch of plants that I took inside. They would have been fine, probably, but like I said, I'm a worrywart. So this is about orchid resilience. Temperatures, usually there are 5 different grades. They call them hot growers, warm growers, intermediate growers, cool and cold growers. There is no official table that matches temperatures, exact temperatures to those labels. For us here in South Florida, obviously warm and hot growers is what we want. we usually can grow intermediate growers to a certain extent, but that's what you have to pay attention. So when you buy an orchid, mine grow outdoors year round with a few exceptions. Sometimes for a few days they go inside. So I have to be mindful of that. So the temperatures are very important characteristics. And like I said, well, it's going to be an opportunity for doing some sprucing up, and then tomorrow they're going back outside because the temperatures are going back up and everything will go back to normal. So thank you very much for tuning in. Once again, Happy New Year, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.